Hello, and welcome. It sparks so much joy to embark on this journey of tidying with you, especially as we enter a new season of life. Our homes should be havens of peace and tranquility, especially as we age. Today we'll explore 15 common things that might no longer spark joy in our homes. Let's discover how simplifying our living spaces can bring a sense of calm and order, making daily life easier and more enjoyable. Remember, decluttering is not about deprivation. It's about consciously choosing what brings us joy and letting go of what no longer serves us. It's about creating a space that supports our well-being and allows us to truly relax and savor this chapter of life. So, let's begin, shall we? Together, we'll create a home that sparks joy and reflects the peace within. As we age, our needs change, and so does the purpose of our furniture. That bulky armchair, once a cozy haven for reading, might now hinder our movement throughout the room. Take a moment to consider each piece of furniture in your home. Does it serve a practical purpose? Does it bring you joy when you see it or use it? Or does it spark a feeling of being overwhelmed or cramped? Remember, our homes should be sanctuaries of peace, not museums of memories. Holding on to furniture that no longer serves us can create a sense of stagnation in our space and in our lives. By letting go of what's no longer needed, we create space for new energy, new experiences, and a renewed sense of freedom within our homes. Technology evolves rapidly, leaving us with a trail of outdated electronics. That box of tangled cords, the dusty VCR, the mobile phone gathering dust in a drawer, they no longer serve us. Holding on to these items can create clutter and weigh us down with a sense of the past. It's time to release them with gratitude for the purpose they once served. Remember, decluttering is an act of self-care. It's about creating a space that reflects our present moment, not clinging to relics of the past. Just as we release outdated thoughts and beliefs, let's release these outdated electronics, making space for new experiences and technologies that enhance our lives today. As we mature, our needs change, and so do our cooking habits. Many find joy in simple meals shared with loved ones. So let's take a moment to appreciate the kitchen gadgets that truly spark joy in our cooking routines. Hold each gadget in your hand. Does it spark joy when you imagine using it, or does it evoke guilt for sitting unused in a drawer? Remember, our goal is to create a kitchen that supports our current lifestyle and brings us joy. If a gadget no longer serves a purpose in your daily life, thank it for its service and let it go. You might find that a few essential tools are all you need to create delicious and fulfilling meals. Let go of the excess and embrace the simplicity of cooking with joy. Our wardrobes often hold memories as dear to us as the clothes themselves, each garment a thread in the story of our lives. But as we enter this new chapter, it's important to assess which clothes still fit the narrative we're writing. Hold each item of clothing in your hands. Does it spark joy when you imagine wearing it? Does it make you feel confident and comfortable in your own skin? Or does it remind you of a past self, a size you no longer are, or a style that no longer resonates with who you are today? It's okay to say goodbye to clothes that no longer serve us. We can cherish the memories they hold while acknowledging that it's time to make space for the present moment. Remember, tidying is not about discarding, but about consciously choosing what brings us joy and reflects who we are now. Our homes should be our sanctuary, a place where we feel safe and cared for. And just as we declutter our physical spaces, it's essential to create a healthy and safe environment by addressing our medicine cabinets. Expired medications can be ineffective and even pose health risks. It's time to approach this category with a sense of purpose, ensuring that our homes are havens of well-being. Let's take a moment to gather all medications and check their expiration dates. Remember, discarding expired medications properly is crucial. Consult your local pharmacy or healthcare provider for safe disposal guidelines. Our well-being is precious, and taking this step ensures we are creating a safe and healthy environment for ourselves and our loved ones. As we journey through our homes, tidying and sparking joy, we often encounter items that hold memories but no longer serve a purpose in our lives. Old magazines and newspapers fall into this category. Holding on to them for sentimental value is understandable, but remember, the joy they brought us lives within our hearts. Perhaps you've held onto a magazine for its beautiful photography or an article that resonated with you. Instead of letting it gather dust, consider taking a picture of what you love. This way, the memory remains without cluttering your space. When we release these items with gratitude, we create space for new experiences and memories. Remember, tidying is not about discarding, but about consciously choosing what brings us joy in the present moment. Let's create a home filled with peace and inspiration, reflecting who we are today. Unused exercise equipment often occupies a significant space in our homes, serving as a constant reminder of unfulfilled intentions. While aspirations for a healthier lifestyle are admirable, holding on to equipment we don't use can create a sense of guilt or stagnation. It's time to honestly assess these items. Have you used that treadmill in the past month? Does the stationary bike bring you joy, or does it spark feelings of disappointment? Remember, decluttering is about creating a space that supports our well-being, both physically and emotionally. Let's approach this category with self-compassion. It's okay if our fitness goals have changed. Recognize that holding on to unused equipment doesn't serve your present self. Paperwork. It's a universal challenge, often accumulating into overwhelming piles. Old bills, receipts, and documents can quickly take over our homes, creating a sense of disorder and stress. But fear not, for tidying paperwork can be a truly liberating experience. The key is to approach this category with a systematic and mindful approach. Begin by gathering all your paperwork in one place. This might seem daunting at first, but having a visual overview of the task ahead will empower you to take control. As you sort through each item, ask yourself, do I need this information now? Will I need it in the future? If the answer is no, confidently discard it. Remember, holding on to unnecessary paperwork only clutters our physical space and our minds. As we mature, our needs evolve, and so do the roles our possessions play in our lives. The items we once found indispensable may no longer hold the same value or utility. This is a natural part of life's journey, a reflection of our changing priorities and circumstances. Just as we cherish the memories associated with certain items, we must also recognize when those items no longer serve us. It's important to differentiate between what holds sentimental value and what merely occupies space without purpose. Broken or unused appliances often fall into this category. These items, once useful and perhaps even cherished, can become burdensome as they sit idle, taking up space and gathering dust. Holding on to them, even if it's out of sentiment or a just-in-case mentality, can create unnecessary clutter and stagnation in our homes. This clutter can affect not only our physical space but also our mental well-being, creating a sense of overwhelm and disorganization. Imagine opening your kitchen cabinets and being greeted by a collection of appliances that you no longer use. Each item, from the bread maker to the blender, represents a decision point. To keep or to let go. A bread maker that sits idle, taking up valuable counter space. A blender with a cracked pitcher that you haven't used in years, or a toaster that hasn't produced a golden brown slice in years. These items, though once useful, now occupy valuable space and collect dust. These items, though once useful, now occupy valuable space and collect dust. They serve as constant reminders of things left undone, of potential unfulfilled. Just as our bodies require regular cleansing and care, so do our homes. A clean, organized space can have a profound impact on our mood and overall sense of well-being. It can make our daily routine smoother and more enjoyable. By letting go of broken or unused appliances, we create space for the things that truly spark joy and enhance our lives as seniors. This act of decluttering is not about discarding memories. It's about making room for new experiences and opportunities. This act of tidying is not about discarding memories. It's about creating a harmonious and functional living environment that supports our well-being. It's about surrounding ourselves with items that serve a purpose and bring us happiness. Remember, our home should be our sanctuary, a place where we feel comfortable, at peace, and surrounded by things that bring us joy. By thoughtfully curating our living spaces, we can create an environment that truly reflects our values and enhances our quality of life. Our home should be a reflection of who we are, a place where our personalities shine through. They are our sanctuaries, where we retreat after a long day and where we celebrate life's precious moments. The way we decorate our homes can tell a story about our tastes, our travels, and our experiences. But sometimes, in our desire to create a warm and inviting atmosphere, we accumulate an excessive amount of decorative items. This can happen gradually, as we collect souvenirs from trips, receive gifts from loved ones, or simply find ourselves unable to resist a beautiful piece of decor at the store. These items, while well-intentioned, can quickly overwhelm our space and create a sense of visual clutter. What starts as a few cherished items can soon turn into an overwhelming collection that dominates our living areas. This clutter can make it difficult to relax and enjoy our homes. Just as a blank canvas allows an artist to create a masterpiece, a clutter-free home provides a serene backdrop for our lives. It gives us the mental space to think clearly, and the physical space to move freely. A minimalist approach to decor can help us achieve this balance. When we surround ourselves with too many decorative items, our eyes don't know where to rest, and the overall effect can be unsettling rather than calming. It's important to create focal points in our rooms, areas where the eye can naturally settle and appreciate the beauty of a few well-chosen pieces. Remember, true beauty lies in simplicity. By choosing fewer, more meaningful items, we can create a space that feels both elegant and personal. This doesn't mean our homes have to be devoid of character, rather it means that each piece we choose should have a purpose and a place. As we age, our priorities shift, and we may find ourselves drawn to a more minimalist aesthetic. This can be due to a desire for easier maintenance, a need for more physical space, or simply a change in taste. A minimalist home can be both practical and beautiful, offering a sense of peace and order. This doesn't mean we have to live in stark surroundings, it simply means that we can find joy in curating a space that is both visually appealing and emotionally calming. By being selective about the items we display, we can create a home that feels spacious and inviting. By letting go of excessive decorative items, we create a sense of spaciousness and tranquility in our homes. This can lead to a more relaxed and enjoyable living environment, where we can truly unwind and feel at peace. Embracing simplicity in our decor can transform our homes into havens of calm and beauty. Over the years, we accumulate tools for various purposes. These tools often represent different phases of our lives, from the early days of homeownership to various DIY projects and hobbies we've taken up along the way. Some we use regularly, while others sit idle, gathering dust in the garage or basement. These unused tools can take up valuable space and create clutter, making it harder to find the tools we actually need. As we age, our physical abilities may change, and the tools we once used with ease may become difficult or even dangerous to handle. Heavy or complex tools can pose a risk of injury, and it's crucial to recognize these limitations. It's important to acknowledge these changing needs and make conscious decisions about the tools we keep in our homes. Regularly assessing our tool collection can help us identify which items are still useful and which ones are no longer necessary. Just as we wouldn't hold on to clothes that no longer fit, we shouldn't feel obligated to keep tools that no longer serve us. Donating or discarding these items can free up space and reduce the risk of accidents. Remember, our home should be a safe and supportive environment, especially as we age. An organized and clutter-free space can contribute to our overall well-being and make daily tasks more manageable. Letting go of old or unused tools can be an emotional process, especially if they hold sentimental value. These tools may remind us of past projects, achievements, or loved ones who shared their skills and knowledge with us. Perhaps a certain wrench reminds us of a beloved grandparent who taught us how to fix things around the house. These memories are precious and can be cherished even without holding on to the physical items. It's okay to acknowledge these feelings and to thank the tools for the purpose they once served. By letting go, we make room for new experiences and ensure our living spaces remain safe and functional. Many of us enjoy hobbies that bring joy and creativity to our lives. We explore new skills, express ourselves through crafts, and find peace in these activities. However, as time goes by, our interests may change, and our hobby supplies can accumulate, taking up valuable space in our homes. Just as unfinished projects can weigh on our minds, unused hobby supplies can create a sense of stagnation in our living spaces. It's important to acknowledge the joy that these hobbies once brought us, but also to recognize when it's time to let go. Holding on to these supplies with the intention of someday returning to them can prevent us from fully embracing the present moment and making space for new joys and passions to enter our lives. Remember, tidying is about more than just discarding items. It's about creating a harmonious and supportive environment for our current selves. Linens and towels are essential items in our homes, providing comfort and practicality in our daily lives. Over time, however, our linen closets can become overstuffed with worn-out towels, mismatched pillowcases, and faded sheets that no longer spark joy. I encourage you to open your linen closet and take a moment to assess the items within. Are your towels frayed and thin, no longer providing the plush comfort they once did? Do your sheets feel rough against your skin, hindering a restful night's sleep? Just as we care for our bodies with gentle touches and nourishing foods, we deserve to surround ourselves with linens that provide comfort and spark joy. Holding on to linens past their prime can prevent us from experiencing the true sense of rejuvenation that a tidy and well-kept linen closet can provide. Hello and welcome back. Today we're venturing into the world of books. We all cherish the memories and knowledge books have brought into our lives. However, over time our bookshelves can become crowded with volumes we no longer revisit. Remember, the KonMari method encourages us to surround ourselves with items that spark joy. If you're holding on to books out of obligation or simply because you feel you should, it might be time to reevaluate their place in your home. Let's take a moment to appreciate the journey these books have taken us on. Thank them for the stories they've shared and the lessons they've taught, but also acknowledge that their purpose in our lives may have shifted. Just as our tastes evolve, so too does our need for certain books. Holding on to books that no longer resonate can prevent us from making space for new experiences and knowledge. Ah, the heart of the home, the kitchen. It's a space where we nourish our bodies and connect with loved ones. But just like any other area, kitchens can easily accumulate clutter, especially in the form of unused kitchenware. Over the years, we amass gadgets, utensils, and appliances, some of which we may never even use. These items take up valuable space, making it harder to find what we need and creating a sense of disorganization. The KonMari method encourages us to be mindful of the purpose each item serves in our lives. Do we truly need multiple sizes of spatulas or an array of specialty gadgets we rarely touch? Remember, a well-organized kitchen is a joy to cook in. By decluttering our kitchenware, we create a more functional and enjoyable space for preparing meals and creating memories. As we conclude our decluttering journey, remember that creating a tidy and organized home is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. By incorporating the KonMari method into our lives, we can cultivate a sense of mindfulness and intentionality when it comes to the items we choose to surround ourselves with. Remember to thank your belongings for their service, and release them with gratitude. By letting go of what no longer serves us, we create space for new opportunities and experiences to enter our lives. Start small, be patient with yourself, and most importantly, have fun. The journey to a clutter-free home is a personal one, and the rewards are immeasurable. Thank you for joining me on this journey to a more joyful and fulfilling life. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips on tidying up and sparking joy in your everyday life.